Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. This is just a very quick follow-up video from the last two I made about rock bottom, and basically it's about the phrase one day at a time and what that really means, because it's a mantra that is all around recovery circles and used in sobriety so much. Do we really understand what that means and why it's there? Some people do and some people don't. So I'm just going to give you my understanding of it anyway, and how important it is to me anyway. And hopefully you'll get something from that. When you first put down what you think is your best friend, which is actually your worst enemy, but your best friend is in alcohol or drugs or food, whatever your addiction was, and you first become sober, it's a very, very frightening place to be. You're full of fear, grief, if you like, at the loss of your companion, your prop, which has got you through the tough times as you think. Obviously, that's not the case, but in your mind, it's been with you for so long, helping you with feelings and emotions, giving you confidence and numbing the pain, if you like. That when you're finally without it, there's a massive amount of grief, and it's very daunting, you know, the future ahead. Because if you're a true alcoholic or addict, or even with serious problem, you'll know that if you put one drink or one drug in your mouth, then carnage erupts. You can't stop. There'll always be negative consequences. There'll always be hurt to yourself or to other people. You know, it's a compulsion that is triggered, a craving that is triggered. So which is why the reason that you're stopping and becoming sober, which is an amazing thing to do. However, you look into the future, many people look and think this massive mountain to climb. You know, I can't commit, you say to yourself, the whole of the rest of my life, you know, ahead of me. Can't see it without alcohol or drugs, you know, I can't. It's too daunting. As addicts, we tend never to be in the past, we've never been in the moments. We're always projecting into the future, worry and fear. We're always looking into the past with regret and all of that negative stuff, which is totally useless. It's gone. So we have to encourage ourselves to be in the day or in the moment. It is moment by moment sometimes. When I was in rehab in 2006, I had a really good friend in there called Giles, and he said something to me when I was really struggling with this concept. And he just said to me, he just used the phrase, just hold on. He said, because every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, you'll get stronger and things will get better. It's inevitable. All these feelings and this negativity and this fear, it will pass. They're only thoughts and emotions rushing through. When you first get sober, they'll all come flooding back in stronger, you know, because you've been numb for so long. But particularly this massive mountain you'll see in front of you that you'll think is impossible to climb, you know, from where you are, you know, in a hell of a state sometimes when you first come. You get through withdrawal and you've got to learn to live again, basically relearn and retrain yourself out and recreate yourself. Then one day at a time becomes essential, and you learn to live by that day by day, because forget about tomorrow or the next day or weeks or the months ahead. All you've got to do, because there's a phrase also, keep it simple. Simple fact is, if you don't put a drink in your mouth for the day today, you'll be sober. It's as simple as that. That's as far ahead as you've got to look. You commit to, for today, just for today, I'm not going to put a drink in my mouth. Simple. You know, it sounds simple, all right. We all know that we have to put the work in, and sometimes it isn't simple because things happen in your life on life's terms, if you like. You've got to learn to live with that and understand that bad times will pass and good times will pass. You know, that's the nature of life, isn't it? Sometimes addicts in particular find that a very hard concept, but accepting things as they are, not how we want them to be, and not trying to control things, and just letting go for the day, letting go of control and just saying to yourself, I am not going to take a drink or a drug in my mouth for today, just for today, as far ahead as we go. Little tiny steps. It's like when you set goals, little tiny steps. And the thing is, if you do that, the days build up and you get stronger and stronger. You're still living by that mantra, but it keeps you in the moment. And when you get the inevitable wave of feelings that come in, and cravings as well, don't forget. Cravings are part of it, particularly in early sobriety. Have distractions in place. For me, it was going through, like the simple things. I had cravings. First of all, I'd try and separate, am I thirsty or hungry? Is this craving a craving for alcohol or drugs, or is it just hunger or thirst? Secondly, distraction. Go for a walk, practice some self-care, have a hot bath, bar of chocolate if that's what settles you down. Netflix, whatever it is, reading. You just distract yourself from those thoughts, and they pass. They're transient. They go, and you'll start feeling a bit better. But that'll happen to you 100 times a day, because that's life, particularly in the early days. But you're just committing to this one day at a time and keeping it as simple as you possibly can. And your mantra, you're not going to put a drink or a drug in your mouth just for today. And that's all that matters. And that's how you live your life and learn to begin to relearn and recreate yourself. So I hope that's been of some use to you. Carpe Diem. Seize the day today. Much love to you. Bye-bye.